reason that you're not seeing dramatic stories of rescues is because we had a successful evacuation.
If I lived on the lakefront or if I lived on the Gulf Coast, I wouldn't have stayed. But I live in the quarter, which is the highest elevation in this area. I live in a house that was built in 1840. The walls are 18 inches thick. It's not going anywhere. The winds were much greater during Katrina. The trees that fell down were much greater. Katrina was a messier storm even before the federally built levees broke.
They've spent billions of dollars addressing the breaches, building the flood wall so they could close.
I think some consideration should be given to a totally different way of storm preparation. I think this thing of going out of town hundreds of miles, taking a large number of people hundreds of miles out of town, and then not letting them back in when nothing really happened, I think that's wrong. And I think that sends a message that New Orleans is worse off than it is. Now, granted, the power isn't on in every place in the city, but anybody who's ever camped out before ought to be able to handle their situation here. They're saying that we don't have sewage. I flushed my toilet 6 times today. My toilet flushes.
Get that evacuation right, because if you don't do it, then you're going to have a much less happy first 24 hours when that storm hits.
It would take 1 or 2 more storms like this for people to decide, well, this is ridiculous. I leave home, they won't let me back in. It's going to take 1 or 2 more storms like this, and that's going to happen. And then the big one may come, and people won't leave, or they'll stay in their homes when they could be in protected areas along the river. Staying here makes sense for me. Staying here does not make sense for everybody, obviously.